438, episode 438 of the Phase on You podcast, man. Make sure you tap in, like, share, subscribe to the content. We back. And we had a conversation last podcast, but we didn't really get into it. Now, let's talk about this 100-man versus a gorilla. I want y'all to really know and understand how crazy y'all sound. Crazy. After that first one go and Ted Cuz like a limb to limb, like a piece of paper. At least 30 of y'all like a piece of paper.
At least 20 of y'all are running away.
99% of everybody's running away after that. After the first 1 through 10 people.
If a gorilla was losing in the park right now, all of y'all would run.
What are we sitting here talking about, bro?
All y'all would run.
Instantly. And I don't care what y'all say. I love the jokes too because it was like, it was like a list of who we could have versus the gorilla. It doesn't matter.
Man, Jones made like a strategy.
It does not matter.
Bro, I don't think. I was like, first, there's like, if we do win, at least 70 of us are dying. Is it really worth it?
But and my thing is, in what world with no weapons could you really beat a gorilla? Because we're going into this.
Y'all are not all attacking the gorilla at once.
It's not
no weapons. Yeah, like people. You think about this completely. 20 people in a room can hardly agree on anything. 100 of y'all are not going to strategize to attack this one gorilla.
Absolutely not.
Something's going to go.
I'm talking about
wrong.
Limb by limb. Bro, you gonna see something you never seen. I'm talking about eyeballs poked out.
Because most gorillas are very passive. But I'm saying, like, and I agree. I do think a gorilla sees 100 men, it probably would run. But an animal back into a corner will fight.
Hey, look,
that thing is way stronger than you.
I seen a clip of somebody like banging on their chest to a gorilla, and the gorilla almost broke the glass.
Yeah, I see that.
Boy. Imagine what a gorilla would do just based off of circumstance, and it's scared. Oh no!
No, I seen the video of that idiot. He got too close.
Barbecue chicken.
He got too close to the orangutan cage, and that orangutan pulled him in. Yo, the strength of that orangutan,
fool.
He could not get away. Believe he had it by his feet and his arm. He could not get away. He had it in the air, and then he took his one hand and pushed the one dude away to get it up like. I'm like, no.
We got
like the strength of that one orangutan.
You got too much. You got too much ego to even, or you just naive to ever think that one of the strongest animals.
And I get it, 100 people ever. Is a lot, but it's like, fam.
But you talking about one of the strongest animals ever.
I got some gorilla facts here. So a gorilla is 4 to 10 times stronger than a man and can bench press like 1,800 pounds. The average man can't bench 180. The bite force is 1,300 psi, which is stronger than the lion's. It can bite through your bones.
Oh my God.
A punch force is 2,000 pounds per punch. Mike Tyson's
2,000.
Mike Tyson's is 1,200. Like Mike Tyson's is only 1,200.
Fool.
Bruh. It can rip your limbs off.
When I'm telling you, punch you
like both like roast beef.
Punch you and your body just disappear, boy. Like disappear. Yeah, nah. It's no way, shape, or form. I don't care. You can have 100 Mike Tysons.
And then
you gotta understand this, bro.
A gorilla's bones are super dense. They're covered by very, very tough fur and wrapped in like 400 pounds of muscle. You physically can't even do anything to damage it. Like you cannot punch, kick. Like you cannot damage the gorilla.
So you technically saying the gorilla is bulletproof, literally. But got a natural bulletproof vest on, and we ain't
like you do need several bullets to take down a gorilla, and depending on the caliber, you need large bullets to take a gorilla down.
Fool.
But we got no weapons, like you can't even damage this thing. So I don't know how 50 million. I don't see 100 people. A gorilla can rip a tree from the ground and bend an iron bar. I don't think 100 of us is bending an iron bar.
And I think, especially specifically, a silverback gorilla is one of the strongest animals known to man.
Like all that stuff you see Captain America do, a gorilla can actually do it.
Fool. Like, we not even in the stratosphere of strength with these type of animals, bro. Honestly, with these type of animals. That's why even
those animals I have us losing to.
It's a lot of them.
Animals I have us losing to.
For real, and if you really think about the food chain, we right in the middle. You know what I'm saying? We
like the bobcat and the Sphinx is probably the only cat I think I could beat in a fight. Every other big cat, no.
You is barbecue chicken, boy. What are you talking about, a bobcat?
Have you seen a bobcat?
I've seen a bobcat. It ain't no regular cat.
It's not, but I think that's the only one. I say I have a chance.
No, you don't, bro. No, you don't. With a regular cat, when I'm telling you, regular cats can get people out of here, bro. Regular cats can get people out of here. A bobcat, a jaguar, a lion, a tiger,
a jaguar's doing
cheetah. I don't care what we talking about. Anything of that family, bro. The cat family is barbecue chicken.
I have
extra fried mumbo on the side.
If it was 100 humans versus 10 honey badgers, I have us losing to the honey badgers. I'm not gonna lie to you. And that's a 20-pound weasel.
And then think about animals like coyotes that run it. Like, think about the ones that run in packs, like wolves.
Coyotes don't, but wolves do.
Like, come on, bro. Like, I'm just saying, them type
People
of
don't realize how big wolves are. Wolves are way bigger than wolves are like they're actually massive. Like, wolves are actually really, really big.
It's some birds that can get us out of here. It's some birds that can get us out of here, bro. Like, I don't know. I never seen a bald eagle in person, but I'm sure
they're huge.
I'm sure.
We're at the top of the food chain because we have intellect and weapons. But if you just just our pure skill versus theirs, we're not winning that fight. Like,
it's not even a question.
You're not winning that fight.
You ain't surviving.
Then someone tried to up the argument and say 100 dudes versus a rhino. I was like, all right, y'all are wilding. Y'all are wilding. There's no way.
Rhino.
There's absolutely nothing you can do to beat a lion. A rhino. Nothing.
Nothing.
You
know another sneaky strong animal that really nobody want no parts of. A hippo.
Oh, people know that already.
Boy, a hippo will get you up out of here.
Hippos have killed more humans than any other animal in Africa.
Yes, I'm aware.
And I want you to think about all the animals that are in Africa. They've killed more humans than crocodiles, snakes, lions,
out of the way, boy.
Leopards. They've killed more humans. And most of the most dangerous animals are in Africa, and they've killed more humans than all of them.
And a game show that I would never want to be on. A game show is like a survival type of show. None of that type of shows. I ain't never like Naked and Afraid. None of that, bro.
I'm not being naked.
And look, it's cool to have survival skills. I think it's essential in life for you to have some type of survival skills. But I wouldn't last on none of them shows, bro. What is the game show that you always wanted to be on? Like. I'm gonna give you a throwback joke that we.
Does it have to be a real life game show? Can it be like a cartoon?
Nah, a real life game show. We're gonna do real life game.
I was gonna say Total Drama Island.
That was actually a fire. That was actually a fire concept as far as like a show.
Yeah.
But yeah, a game show that you always wanted to be on. For me, bro, growing up, American Gladiator was that show, bro. I wasn't saying I was just gonna be on it, but the athletes on there, bro. TV shows used to be so. Like
captivating
back then. American Gladiator, if y'all don't
low key, very, 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 very low key. Only because me and my family, we used to watch it every time it premiered. Like every new episode, we used to watch Fear Factor a lot. So low key,
Fear Factor.
Low key, I can see myself on Fear Factor.
And Fear Factor used to be legit.
Yeah,
boy, Fear Factor was legit. Then you got the classics like The Price is Right, Jeopardy. A throwback one is Whammy. I don't know if you ever remember that one. It was Whammy. That joint, bruh. For the real TV game show fans, Whammy used to be lit. Game show. Let's do a quick draft. The quick draft for 3. Give me your top 3 game shows.
Game shows. Give me Fear Factor. Give me Family Feud. And give me not Jeopardy. Not for me at least.
I'm trying to think
too. I'm probably gonna go. I'm gonna go with American Ninja Warrior. I used to enjoy that a lot.
That was a good one. I'm gonna say.
The body strength got to be. Crazy.
I'm gonna say Wipeout.
Yeah.
I still believe Wipeout. Go ahead. American Gladiator, and probably for a classic one, Family Feud. I don't know if you enter American Idol and that type of stuff.
Yeah, I was thinking about
that. They should be included though.
I low key still feel like I could clear those red balls. Pause.
Oh, and Wipeout? I don't know, bro. I feel like that's one of the shows that like we kind of underestimate.
I need to see it in
person, in real life.
Try in real life. Then I'll know for sure. Because on TV, I really feel like people be exaggerating and just falling off that joint. I'd be like, hold on.
But also, too, you got to think about it like, if I'm having a game show, I'm not gonna have the most athletic people on that specific game show because I'm trying to look here. I'm trying to get the views and ratings. That's how they get the ratings, bro. Them epic falls used to be crazy, bro.
I'll be like, I feel like I can clear these things. Like, I feel like I realize.
Another game show. What's it called? Pros versus Joes used to be.
Pros versus Joes was lit.
Pros versus Joes is another one.
Joes
that was another joke that needs to come back. I feel like that humbled a lot of people that had their egos that up high and don't understand that at a professional level, it's a different type of athlete. It's a different type of level, bro. It's really levels to this.
Another one that was like that was Bully Beatdown. You remember Bully Beatdown? That wasn't a game show, but it was similar to Pro versus Joes, where they had a guy that was getting beat up by some dude in his neighborhood. So he called the dude from MTV, and the MTV dude found the dude and said, "You're going to go in the ring with a professional MMA fighter. We're going to have you trained." And they had.
I did. I remember that. I do.
If you win, you get to keep beating him up. If you lose, you got to leave him alone. Like
MTV used to be that prime TV.
Is Your Mama a game show?
Your Mama used to be. Yeah, bro. I would put that up there. I don't know if it's a game show, but it is a type of. It is a type of show. I would say like American Idol. What's it called? What's the other one called?
The Voice?
The Voice.
I've never seen The Voice.
America's Got Talent. I think a lot of those are still type of game shows, bro. But yeah, those are some type of game shows that I want to be involved in. Speaking of athletes, bro. NFL draft just passed, man. An exciting time for a lot of these young men, bro. Like, for real, cashing out. But one thing most important is like having that moment, their dream moment. You feel me? That a moment of getting drafted, a moment of changing your family's lives. As we know, we had some winners and losers in the draft, but I completely want to talk about this Shedeur Sanders situation. It's messed up, and I think in this situation, it's a lot of truth in a lot of things. Yeah. All right, so it is true that you can see the owners blackballing him. It's been reports coming out. You can see prior to the draft, his draft stock lowering because of the interviews that he may have been bombing. That may have been true as well too. People talking about his confidence. Him being confident, him being arrogant, him having a chip on his shoulder. Then you talk about the family aspect about with Dion in his ear and having a certain amount of control.
And what Dion
said. What he said about the NFL, the interviews that he's been on. Talking and advocating about what teams he don't want to go to.
He's not going to that.
Got it.
Or whatever.
But one thing is for certain, bro. Shedeur's talent cannot be questioned at all. It can't be questioned, and it's not even a question in my mind or anybody else's mind. If you watch football, that Shedeur was the top 2, if not 1, quarterback in this draft. We talking about the same quarterback that just won the best quarterback award in college football, a prestigious award. We're talking about a Shedeur that changed a 1 and something team to a 9 and something team, and just got 4 players drafted as well too that were wide receivers. They didn't throw the ball to themselves.
Nope.
So for this to be the play, it's nasty. And like I said, a lot of things that can be true. Yeah, yes, he could have lost his draft stock because of how he was carrying himself, but also it's another thing to have this done on live TV. We seen this on live TV. I never seen anything like this. I never seen a top 5, top 10 prospect go into the 5th round, bro. We haven't seen anything like that. Yeah. Him even dropping out of 1 was crazy and surprising us. And to see the quarterbacks that went before him, bro, you already knew what type of play was in. It has a lot to do with race. It has a lot to do with control, a lot to do with power. Because if I'm gonna be honest with you, Hugh, if you already have money coming into the NFL, they already lost some type of control over you. Yeah. So they look at you as, you know what I'm saying, they could be looking at you in a negative way already coming into the league, that we can't control you in a certain type of way. It's heartbreaking, bro. I'm glad he got drafted in the 5th round to the Browns.
Then you insult him further crazy, about with the prank call. Well, I guess we'll get to that.
We won't get to that.
I agree with you. I think a lot of things can be true. I don't think the stuff that Dion said helped, and I do think there might have been some truth. And maybe he did bomb some of these interviews. I need to see these interviews because I'm like, if it was this bad, then we need to hear about it. For him to go from, like you said, from a 1st round pick to a 5th round pick is insane. And I'm glad they celebrated, regardless of when he got his name called. I'm glad they celebrated. I'm glad they weren't salty. I'm glad they weren't like, man, whatever. I'm glad they celebrated like he got picked 2nd or whatever. But like you said, it was a lot, and I just don't think it warranted all of that. I don't think it could have been that bad. I don't think he was arrogant. I think he was confident, and I don't think he needed to go all the way to the 5th round. Now you look at the quarterback room for the Browns, it just looks insane. Because I'm looking at the Steelers, I'm looking at the Browns, I'm looking at
The Raiders.
I'm looking at
the Giants. Like,
I'm looking at all y'all
talking
like
about?
I'm like,
what are we talking
I'm
about?
like Tyler Scouter, bro. Really?
What are we talking about?
What are we talking about? You're telling me you're fine with Mason Rudolph as a quarterback.
Y'all don't have a quarterback.
You're telling me you're fine with Mason Rudolph as a quarterback.
Raiders. That was y'all franchise right there. I know y'all have Geno.
Like, Giants, you have Russell on a 1-year deal.
Come on now.
And you already drafted the wrong guy last time and picked him over Saquon Barkley.
It's ridiculous.
So I didn't like that.
It's
and then,
ridiculous.
I didn't like the comments of like, hey man, sometimes you just gotta be humbled. I'm like, why do the black athletes always have that? Why do we always have to eat humble pie?
Let's talk about it.
I don't like that. I'm like, why do we always have because they didn't do that to Johnny Manziel.
Yep.
And Johnny Manziel was arrogant.
They didn't do it to Baker Mayfield.
A known partier and a known smoker and drinker coming into practice, drunk, all this stuff. Baker Mayfield was super arrogant, grabbing his crotch on the field, stuff like that. Why do we have to eat humble pie? Who else? There were multiple guys drafted.
Yeah, for sure.
There were multiple guys drafted this draft that have open cases.
Talk about it.
With scandals and DUIs and
talk about it.
As if Shedeur doesn't give you any of that. Shedeur is not even a problem guy off the field. He's not allegations, those scandals. He ain't hit nobody. He ain't hurt nobody. You don't see him drunk on camera doing a bunch of dumb stuff. It's just like I don't get it. Like you may not like that he gets to buy a bunch of jewelry and stuff like that, and he's always smiling. Like I don't see why we always have to eat humble pie. I feel like the same thing kind of happened to Lamar because Lamar won the Heisman. People felt like Lamar should have went first, and he ended up going 8th, something like that.
Nah, he went like first round 32, the last pick of the first round.
Yeah, he was like the last pick of the first round. And it was weird to watch. It was like, why is like this guy?
And to your point, every time it's like, oh well, this person
not a quarterback, like,
needs to be. But in this, it was so nasty because to your point, it's so many comments of like, oh yeah, well he has to be humble. This is a humbling moment. Yeah, I would say it's a humbling moment because of where he was projected, this moment, everything. But why does he have to be humble when he's confident about himself? To me, it doesn't just look as arrogant, especially when you're backing it up on the field. And also, he's not a problem child. It's not a thing of he just being arrogant and he has all these things going on over here, and he's not keeping the main thing thing.
I think too many people are overestimating, Deion's involvement if he gets drafted to the team. I'm like, listen, if Shedeur gets drafted to that team, that does not mean you're going to inherit Deion Sanders. Will Deion support him? Of course. But during the football season, Deion will be coaching his own football team.
For sure.
And his sons will be grown men. And it will be what it will be. But it's just like, you don't have to make it a bigger deal than what it is. Like, I don't think Deion's going to do all that.
I agree.
Unless it becomes too big of an issue. Then people start asking. It becomes like a huge issue in the media. People ask Deion about it. Then it is what it is. But other than that, I don't think you're going to have this huge problem with Deion Sanders that you think you're going to have. He'll have his own things to focus on. And shout out to Shiloh, too, because Shiloh got drafted as well.
Shout out to Shiloh.
They kept the upbeat attitude. I'm glad they kept the upbeat attitude. But now, I fully expect Shedeur to go in there and win him a spot on the roster.
For sure. And to speak on that, Cleveland Browns, I feel like y'all played yourself. I'm going to be honest with you. And I hope everything works out with Shedeur, but y'all played yourself. Y'all with all these picks, y'all even gave up a pick to even get 2 more picks in the second round just to not pick him up. Pick another quarterback over him in the draft. Now he goes round 5. Now he's out of $42 million. And it's going to come back to bite you. Want to know why? Because let Shedeur not start this year. And y'all going to see those fans start to dwindle and start to leave that stadium. And that's who's paying everybody bills. And you already know who's in the top 3 of sales for the rookies already.
Yeah, Shedeur.
And Shedeur. So at the back end, he lost at the back end.
Flacco at the quarterback.
Yeah, come on, bro. Come on.
Deshaun Watson is not going to come back 100%.
But my thing is, it was already messed up too, Hugh, because y'all put him in a situation to where y'all already have him. You know what I'm saying? Pit against the system all jump.
If he's not good enough.
So now you got Flacco. Now you got Kenny Pickett. Then you just got Dylan Gabriel from the Oregon. Then you had Watson.
Like 6 years in college.
What are we sitting there talking about, bro? What are we talking about? I did not see other than Cam Ward. And for me personally, I would take Shedeur. I understand if somebody took Cam Ward. That's cool. After Cam Ward, it was not
Cam Ward. I was like,
it was not a better quarterback than Shedeur. And I don't care what y'all say about this draft as far as QBs. Regardless of any draft, I still think Shedeur has been worthy enough to be a starting quarterback in this league. He has showed you. He showed you, bro. Everywhere he has went, he's been successful. He's been winning. He's been accurate. He has one of the most accurate completion percentage in college football history. He just threw for 4,000 yards, bro. Like, let's call it what it is, bro. We seen the play, and even a nastier situation that happened was the prank call. So Atlanta Falcons DC, his son prank called Shedeur in this draft moment, which was a very sentimental moment. Because he think he was getting a call that was solidifying his spot on the team.
On a number that only NFL people had.
Lo and behold, it was a prank call from Atlanta Falcons DC. And come to find out, I was going to, yes, his son. And I was going to ask you, should it be consequences behind that? As of today, it is consequences behind that. They have fined, the NFL has fined the Atlanta Falcons and the Falcons DC $350K. And hey, when you
play stupid games, get away super prizes.
Every single time,
he didn't get his daddy fired.
Every single time,
he's lucky he didn't get his daddy fired.
And my thing is, it's distasteful. It's unprofessional.
Very.
And yes, the DC issued an apology, but if I'm Shedeur, I don't want any apology from anybody. I don't want to hear from anybody because I understand that you can't control your son, but in my eyes, you're just as at fault because your tablets around. It's like when I heard that story, it's like one of those things where people say I'm hacked when something crazy go on, something crazy tweeted. I was hacked. Yeah. That's the oldest trick in the book. And I'm not saying he had anything to do with it, but it looks fun. It looks funny in the light. Your son is 21 years old. He's a grown man, and for him to do this, and guess what? To have the gall to record it as well too.
Yeah, that was crazy.
To have the audacity to record it as well
like
too,
bro. Bozo. Like he just thought he was funny.
Cornball, bro. Cornball behavior.
He was hilarious.
Now you got your father and the team in trouble,
and
bro.
All of the Falcons.
Fool. I know.
The Falcons got to pay money.
I know
he. $250 ain't done to them.
I know you're a grown man, but it's gonna be a conversation that me and bruh.
We go upside your head if I gotta pay $100,000 for anything.
What we talking about, bro?
Boot back. Bruises up and down your face.
We gonna have a problem if I'm Atlanta's DC and that's my son. We gonna have a huge issue in the household. Cause what is you doing? Now you jeopardizing my job. You jeopardizing our organization because you want to make fun of somebody in their honestly most accomplished moment.
Facts,
feel me, bro? Like it's so disrespectful. This whole Shedeur situation killed me. It killed me, and it's honestly, and I'm gonna be real. It's messed up too because the Shedeur situation took light away from so many different players that got drafted.
Yeah,
it took their shine away.
Pick was like
because every time we seen a pick, we was worried about where Shedeur was getting drafted, so we wasn't even.
But that's proof
recognizing the real talent that was out there too.
That's proof that he should have been where he should have been.
That's facts.
Otherwise, people wouldn't have been clamoring and wondering and trying to figure out what's going on. It wouldn't have been a big story. But, it ain't where you start. I mean, the only thing important about where you get drafted is how much money you can make when you start out. But it does not mean anything as a course of your career. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. So you just have to work, harder than everybody else. And that's fine. You probably have to do that already. So,
like you said, at the end of the day, and we going to keep the main thing. Yeah. You going to go out there and perform Shedeur and, prove them wrong.
Do your thing, man.
Prove them wrong. Shout out to Shedeur. Shout out to the Sanders family. Man.
I did not realize all those receivers got drafted. I was like, dang, man.
Weaver got drafted. Wester got drafted. Horn got drafted. Of course, Travis Hunter.
Horn
come on, bro. Tough. And all of them are legitimate receivers that are going to make an impact on somebody's team. But let's think about it. Without Shedeur throwing them that rock, they may not get drafted. Think about that, bro. Facts. Think about that. Yes, Travis, we know he was going to do what he do, but think about all the different players that he was throwing to. You feel me? Like, come on now. Like when we talk about Shedeur, let's stop it. Let's stop it. I think we won the draft for sure. I think we're one of the winners of the draft. We look from what we did from our pick number one. Our first and only priority right now, and number one is protecting Jaden Daniels. That's a hell of a pick for me. It's an underrated pick because I wasn't thinking that we were going to go there. But I think that's a perfect pick. And then looking at his resume, Brian ain't let up sacks in like about 1,000 snaps. So, and then he dominated a lot of the best defensive ends in this draft class as well too. Our second round pick, bro, one of the best DBs, or if not the best DB in this draft as well too. Then you got to think about what we did with our 3rd and 4th round pick. We changed that into Tunsil. Then we got Deebo Samuel. And then we got Lattimore. You feel me? And then we also got a good receiver and linebacker at the tail end of the draft.
Still need that edge rusher, man. I feel like there's somebody out there.
For sure still need the edge rusher. But I feel like we met all the needs other than the edge rusher. And I think it's a good draft. And I think we still have some key players that we can develop into some good edge rushers as well too. Another team that I felt like won the draft is the Bears. Bears that are coasting Loveland from Michigan, a very good tight end. They got
that big dude.
Yep, they got Luther Burden. That's who I wanted. You remember from Missouri? I was telling you about the wide receiver. That's one of the players I wanted. He got him. So Caleb got him some weapons as well too. I feel like Travis Hunter going to the Jaguars is the perfect team for him. The perfect team for him to actually play both sides because they need his help. To be honest with you,
that Florida Heat boy,
for sure, they need his help.
Better go sit down.
It was a lot of winners in this draft. I feel like the losers in this draft. I couldn't even say as notable because I will say the teams that didn't have a quarterback. I feel like the losers. The number one is Steelers. Number one is Steelers. Y'all went into the draft with your number one need being a quarterback, and you didn't fulfill that. Yes, they got.
Go ahead and call Aaron Rodgers now.
They got a quarterback named Will Holloway.
Yeah.
Shout out to him getting drafted, but come on now.
Go ahead and call Aaron Rodgers.
But that's what I'm saying. You sitting there waiting on Aaron Rodgers' call.
No, now you got to, yeah.
But my thing
Unless
is
you going in on that kid.
40, 41, Aaron Rodgers. I don't see it.
Excuse me. Go ahead and call Aaron Rodgers now. Ain't got no choice now.
But yeah, even that being said, that's going to be a 1-2 year thing. You had a franchise quarterback right in front of you, and you chose to make another decision.
Yeah,
crazy, bro. Crazy. While we still talking about athletes in the NFL, I spin the block on this situation. Spin the block because a lot came back out. I don't want to stay on it because I mess with Shannon Sharpe, but we need to normalize not dating our child's and grandchild's ages.
Yeah.
56 and 19. When you really look back on it and think about it, it's crazy.
It is.
It's crazy.
It's nasty.
And then more has came out about the situation, and then like clips of him judging other, people that he had up there, talking about the ages that they were dating and it being coming full circle. And one thing that I would never do, and I feel like a lot of people would never do, is put an offer out there of any amount of money when I'm innocent.
Facts.
Come on, Shannon. Come on. And I feel like Shannon is a person of intellect, a person that we really look to, as his information, what he's saying. He's a respectable source. But, like, you kind of lose credibility when you do stuff like this.
Well, some of that is the lawyer thing. It depends. You do what your attorney advises. Your attorney looks at the situation and you decide, and they decide we should do this.
And whoever is guiding him right now is just not. It's not the best because guess what? I'm not gonna lie to you. I laughed so hard, Hugh, because in his statement of apology, he screenshotted a text message somebody sent to him. And come on, I don't know what he got going on, bruh. We trying to stand. We trying to stand with
Unc. He had somebody running his stuff for him. He don't know what he doing.
We trying to stand with Unc, bruh. But come on now, come on. It's looking like more and more. When Cat Williams interview, he was morally talking about the person in front of him.
I still like Tony Busby's behind this whole thing. So
and yes,
regardless, I'm just like
I don't know how legitimate it can be, but regardless of anything. You had to hold yourself accountable because you put yourself in that situation. You should not be dating. You should not be talking to a 19, 20-year-old, 21-year-old. We need to normalize that. Not just even calling Shannon out. And if we're going to do that, we could call Bill Belichick out. We need to call Leonardo DiCaprio out. We need to call a lot of these people out that are dating their grandchild's or child's age.
Son's age. Like
come on, bro. Come on, yes, bro. We should look at that.
All of it is about trying to ruin the court of public opinion because there's no real case there where you can legally get something done. The whole idea of what he's trying to do is get public opinion and make you look bad to the point where you want to give up some money. That's why you can't play those games with them. You gotta just ride that wave. It's like, hey, it's gonna look bad. They're gonna talk about me, look at me sideways, but you got to know who you are, know you innocent, and just not fold in the situation. So, when you offering $10 million, you looking like you folding, like you can't do that. Minute they feel like this, next minute they feel like that. Like it might look bad right now, but like you keep doing your thing, eventually,
and honestly,
people forget all about it.
Regardless of anything, as a man and man to man, not judging what you do behind closed doors, what you do in your bedroom, but at the end of the day, just know if you not mindful, bro, you can lose it all.
Facts. That's
just what it is, and you could. And I'm gonna be real. You can lose it all just off of lust, just off of you trying to get your thing, your rocks off. That one night can end your life, bruh.
Yeah, 1 hour.
You feel me? So decision making as well too, bruh. That's important, bruh. For real, because the more and more I see this situation, it's just like, bruh, dang. Like, and we see so many times, bro, you see public figures that we may like or we may revere, we you know what I'm saying? We look at in a positive light. They get to a certain status, and you see it all just wiped away off of just one situation, bro, off of one thing. And we have so many examples to look from. That's why I'd be like disappointed to see certain things like this happen. Prayers to all involved, but I'm like, with this situation blew me, bro, because I didn't know before we recorded that he had offered her 10.
Yeah.
Now
then it makes you look nasty,
right? It makes you. It doesn't make you look innocent.
It makes you look bad because you say you wouldn't. Your daughter has a budget of $30K.
Come on, bro.
I saw something like that. I was just like, this looks bad.
My thing, when you put an offer out there, that just takes your credibility away. You know what I'm saying?
Even if you are just trying to get rid of it quick, it's like, no, man. Like ride the wave, ride the wave. Like no, because it's gonna come back to bite you. You just don't know. Because as soon as you give up one, here come all the other allegations. Oh,
everything.
He did this. And Fox, he did that.
Look,
and it's just like,
and it's messed up because as soon as one person I do feel bad for and I respect is Ocho. And I'm gonna be honest. And I love Ocho. I love the Nightcap. I love the Shannon and Ocho as a duo. But also too, the reason why I say I respect Ocho because look, he's standing strong with Shannon. They losing sponsorships. You can actually see it. But hey, I came in the show with you, and I'm gonna stay loyal to you as well too. So I respect that. But also too, and sometimes, and I don't think in this situation, but sometimes you being next to somebody and they did something can mess up your image as well too.
Yeah,
you feel me? So like, shout out to Ocho, shout out to all parties in this. Feel me? And I hope their situation gets handled, but we shall see, bro. We shall see. We still gonna be watching and tuning in now. Lord have mercy, bro. In regards to the draft too, Abdul Carter, did you see the situation about the number? Him saying he wanted to wear number 56, which we all know is the legendary Lawrence Taylor's number.
Ain't that retired number anyway?
I don't know if it's retired.
Why isn't it?
But that's what I think too. I think 56 for the Giants should automatically be retired. We shouldn't even be having this conversation. I get his logic, but also too, I don't even think you should even add this pressure on yourself. I get a number is just a number, but some people define more than the number. Yeah. You feel me? You get what I'm saying? Like how I look at Ray Lewis with the 52, how I look at, like we said, Lawrence Taylor with 56, how I look at Sean Taylor with 21. You feel me? Like
did his brother get drafted? I wonder.
Yes, so he's an unrestricted free agent with us.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, so that's wild.
So he has a chance to make the team. So we're rooting for you, Gabe Taylor, man. The younger brother of Sean Taylor, my favorite player of all time, man. So the full circle moment that would be that we would love that moment for real.
Yeah, let's see what happens. But yeah, I don't think that young man should wear number 56.
It's like it's very simple.
I don't think he should wear 56. I don't think he should wear 99. Justin Tuck. I just don't. I think you gotta put your
You feel me?
You gotta put your own number on, and just create your legacy.
I'm about to say create your own legacy with your own number.
But why are these numbers not retired is the better question.
Yeah, that is a great question as far as that, because I'm a little.
Now you got some people like Michael Irvin who don't feel like their number should retire. He wants to pass the number on. Like he has no problem with guys wearing 88. Everybody feels differently, but I'm just like, I don't. Yeah, and 56 not it, man. It's not it. Make your own legacy. You don't want to do that.
Yeah, and then you put pressure on yourself. You talking about Lawrence Taylor that won defensive rookie of the year and
who
also
won the only guy to win MVP that wasn't the offensive player.
Defensive rookie of the year and defensive player of the year in the same year.
He's the only offensive player to win MVP of the league.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, like,
he's He's we talking about different. Like it's not even close. My question to you, food related question. I was just thinking about this. The soul food genre. Do we have advertisers for soul food? The closest thing I thought about was deviled eggs, but it's not an appetizer. Like,
I mean, I guess wingettes.
I was like, bro, really?
I don't really think
like,
there is an appetizer for soul food.
As far as soul food, bro,
it's just all entree.
We don't have
all entree inside.
all entrees, bro. And then when you think about like our breakfast, if it was soul food, like chicken and waffles and stuff, like we don't have.
It's all entrees and sides.
We don't have
unless you do like the menu, like because some restaurants give you wings as the appetizer, but it had to be like the wingettes, like the party wings.
Yeah.
So if you fry some party wings, I guess that. But other than that, no, it's just all entrees and sides. There's no appetizer.
What's the best food of soul food? Like, what is the best?
I mean, I'm gonna always say some chicken or some ribs.
I would say, soul food,
I
bro.
just had some soul food on Sunday, so I had ribs.
If it's made right, that collard greens, yams, ribs, and mac and cheese.
Mac and baked beans. That's what I had.
That combo hit different. That mac and cheese, that yams combo, the real soul food made right.
Listen, man, that's where I'm at with it.
I bet.
Hey, look, there's no appetizer. I don't see this. I don't.
Hey, people been going crazy to me about my food taste. Hey, look, but some people agree, some people may not agree.
I need to know who agrees. DM me so I can unfollow you.
It's a lot of people that agree, bro. I'm respecting it out here. I
DM me so I can unfollow you, or so I can block you if I don't follow you.
What's new in music? I wanted to briefly talk about Coco Jones because she got a new album out. Shout out to Coco Jones.
I haven't heard it.
Amazing singer, a great actress as well too. But like, I just wanted to briefly speak about that because
I did hear about the Breakfast Club.
Yeah,
thing.
so like
that's wild.
That situation.
That's insane.
I don't like so. I didn't see the full video, but I did see the clip. And as far as the clip, I feel like in this situation, I get them being honest with her because in totality, just like you said, you didn't know about it. That's the problem. If I'm having a label and I work my heart out for this project to come out, and I don't know how long it's been for. She probably been trying to drop her debut album for the longest time. It's a sentimental value to artists with their work and their craft.
It's your baby.
So you dropping music, and then you drop this album you've been working on for 2, 3, 4, 5 years, no matter how long, and you don't get to, you know what I'm saying? You don't get to see your love, see the outpouring of love.
Then you're gonna want to try to tour her, and you're not gonna be able to.
It's just it's messed up. It's messed up, and she has and I listened to the album. It's a very, very good album, but
some of that could be like a play to get you in debt and stuff like that. Because I remember Wale went through that. Wale went through that with attention deficit. You know, Interscope undershipped his album, and that's why a lot of people have never really heard. Because Attention Deficit is a really good album. Mm-hmm. It's a very good. First of all, for a first album, it's a very good album. I low-key believe if it was bigger, it could be considered a classic album. But like, you have to be a real Wale fan to know of it because it was undershipped, and that's how you end up getting dropped. He got dropped from the label because it didn't perform well. You know, was then later on, you know, he got picked up by MMG and whatever. But I don't know. Sometimes I feel like sometimes labels do stuff like that on purpose. You never know.
And it's
sending a radio station an album at 7 a.m. when the artist is coming at 10 is stupid.
And then it'd be messed up too because in a lot of situations the artist is just helpless because you don't have any control in this situation. You feel me? Like,
and you got her up there at the Breakfast Club. What they gonna talk about? They haven't heard her album.
Correct.
And it's not because they didn't want to. You sent it at 7 a.m. Like, we're prepping and doing other things. What we gonna talk about?
Yeah, that's
besides the Fresh Prince.
I ain't like seeing that. That was one of those situations that a little blew me because I'm like, you have an artist that's actually good. You can see it within her work that she's actually a good artist.
Got a great voice.
Got
the looks.
It blows me. And then it blows me too because I feel like everything now has to be sexualized because I feel like if she was sexualized, it would be no question her music would be streaming times 3, times 4 more.
That's a fact.
That'd be the problem too as well too. As far as what we promote, what we look for in our music, I know she's an R&B artist, but
I don't really have anything that I'm looking forward to that I've heard that's coming. Pause. Like, I know I've heard artists say they're getting ready to drop, but like there's nothing on the horizon. Like Big Sean said he's working on a new album. I know ASAP Rocky was to drop this year. I don't know when. So I'm not like excited for that right now because I don't know when. I'm excited. I do want to see Jeezy. Jeezy's on tour, and tickets is looking pricey, but I'm gonna find a way. I will find a way to be there in DC August 31st with my black tie. It's a black tie event. This drug dealer music means something to me. I will be there. I'm gonna figure it out.
All right,
but if we don't get a chance to say it, I think we will be. But Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day for sure.
And
our closing and a happy birthday to my mom as well too. In closing, I wanted to ask you, producers, give me your top. We've been talking about Mount Rushmore, so give me your top 4 to 5 producers.
Rap or just
let's say rap producers. Let's put in a genre or
Pharrell, Kanye.
Yeah, let's put it.
Let's do that. I'm sorry, the Neptunes. So that's the two. That's both of them. But I could say Pharrell. So I'm gonna go Neptunes, Kanye, Timbaland, Dr. Dre.
Okay, that's a good 4. That's a good 4.
Yeah.
I would almost go identical to that 4 because Timbaland is in there for me for sure. I feel like Dr. Dre is in there for me. Kanye's in there for me. Just because you said Neptunes, I want to go somewhere different. I'm gonna go honestly, who really doesn't get their credit enough, and we listen to 40. I'm gonna go with 40, bro, for sure. And then I feel like another one that don't get his credit, Boy Wonder. Like, I think Just Blaze is another one for sure. Like, it's a lot of these producers, bro, that are actually amazing, bro. To modern day, you got the Metros, you got the Pierre Bournes, you have Mustard, people that have time in this game. But those 4 solidify rap producers for sure, icons, like icons. If I had to choose one to go versus, I want to do a versus soon. I got Timbaland over a lot of people, and I got Timbaland's catalog going up against a lot of people's, bro. So that might be the next versus, bro. We can do a producer bag, but I got Timbaland, bro.
Timbaland got smoke for anybody, bro.
Cause that's a hard out, bro. I don't know.
Timbaland got smoke for anybody.
You got Missy, you got Aaliyah, you got Eve, you got Justin Timberlake, you got Usher, you got Jay-Z, you got Ye, you got
Timbaland got smoke for
Drake.
He got smoke for anybody.
Anybody, bro.
That's a fact. Shout out to Swizz Beatz though. Swizz Beatz could have made this list too.
Yeah, Swizz could have made the list.
And No ID.
Well. He has a certain sound. Then you got Alchemist. Then you can go Knife Wonder. There's so many. We can.
Shout out to There's a lot of guys that really create a lot of timeless music, man. So,
yeah,
but those are my 4. I got those 4
for sure.
If I had to pick somebody to go up against Timbaland, it'd probably be out of that 4.
Yeah, let me know what you want to do. Just let me know what you want to do. Because I got Timbaland. You can go ahead. I already know he probably going to pick his favorite, which is probably Pharrell as far as producing.
You know why I'm not going to do that? Because they didn't do it. Because Virginia can't go against Virginia. That's why they didn't do it. That's what they wanted.
We might put a showcase on unless you pick Kanye.
I might pick Kanye.
Hey, that'll be a fair.
I don't know. I might go with the Neptunes, brother. Neptunes. There was a year where 40% of the hit records on the radio were Neptunes.
I think that's a fair battle.
It's like 40. Think about that. 40% of all the records played on the radio are produced by this duo. Is crazy.
It's crazy.
Like 40% of the airways is crazy. But yeah, in the best of 20 though, it can go either way. Shout
out to y'all, man, showing love. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to the podcast, man. Tune in. I will follow back.
And we're still looking for a female co-host. And we got an interview on the way.
For sure. Let's actually lock in on that. We both need to lock in and have a discussion about that so we can get some more opinions up this jump. All right, much love, man. We out.